Welcome to Village in Motion. I'm Clint Lambert. It's Wednesday, May the 2nd, and I am very pleased to have in the studio with me this morning for a call-in show, Chef Michael, who is our executive chef here at Green Spring. And folks, this is a call-in show, 703-663-3333. Give us a call anytime. Give us a call. Chef Michael, welcome.
Well, good morning to you, Dr. Lambert. How are you?
Oh, marvelous, and we're so glad you're with us this morning.
Hey, it's great to be here. It's a busy day for us. Obviously, tonight we have our Evening with the Chef over in Hunter's Crossing.
And that starts at, there's going to be a happy hour at the beginning,
A little happy hour we're going to do for the folks that are coming, and then they'll go right into their meal. We have a nice meal set up today. We're going to a little, old school classic with the shrimp cocktail and a classic surf and turf with the lobster tail and the filet mignon, and we have a molten lava, chocolate cake.
Oh,
and,
just like the old times.
Old times, just
right.
going a little, take it back a little. And I think sometimes, sometimes the simplicity.
Yes.
You don't keep it too busy. Residents like that.
Right.
Sometimes I always say less is more. The one thing I really want to talk about, and it's obviously it's the topic of conversation around the dining rooms, and you see it in the news, is the news about the romaine.
Oh, yes.
And I've had a lot of people stop me and ask me questions. I know a lot of the managers, we've sent out material. We've put material up at the host desk, and I want everybody to rest assured the romaine, and we've sourced it, and we've spoken with our produce company, and they've even sent information to us that they have acknowledged and that they source and who they deal with comes out of Salinas, California, not Yuma, Arizona.
All right.
We've Erickson, the Erickson communities that deal with this produce house, because the 5 in this region deal with that, they have clarified, they have the documentation, we can even look on the cases. It'll say right on the case where it comes from. Added to that is that every piece of produce, fruit and vegetable, when it comes through Green Spring, we have what you call an antimicrobial wash.
Right.
It's an enzyme. It's both EPA and FDA approved. There's no scent to it. It's digestible. And basically what this does is kill all pathogens, 99.5%.
And all of our produce is washed with
all produce, it goes into the vegetable sink.
Okay.
It's a concentrate that you mix with water and that you pretty much wash it through. E. coli being one of those pathogens that it will wash off. It's an added, layer of protection.
Right.
And we've been doing this, and people say, well, what about the taste? So actually, we've been doing this for over 4 years.
I was just gonna say it's for
So
a
if you
long
haven't
time.
noticed it yet, you won't notice it. So it's just, I want people to rest assured that we take every precaution.
Right.
Also when we deal with, people say, well, why can't you buy from here and why can't you buy from there?
Right.
There's reasons why. We vet every company that we deal with, the Cisco's, the Capitals, the Clements. A lot of things that when you vet, there's certain, tags they have to hit,
Right.
certain thresh points. One being
Certain
standards, liability. We inspect their facilities. I was on the team that actually went out to Capitol because we also get our seafood from them. So we did a whole walkthrough unannounced. We come in there and, we have our checklist and certain standards that we look for, and we take our own temperatures and all that. So, I want the residents to rest assured we're not just going down the road to, John's farm, and because there's also certain standards that the farms they deal with have to uphold, just like the seafood. We're part of the Monterey Seafood Bay Watch. And actually I have an app on my phone, and basically what they do is it's a nationally accredited, seafood house that they make sure that all the seafood that they recommend is sustainability. And they grade it so that Capital Seaboard is part of that program. So there's a lot of Portico that we buy our seafood from Cisco.
Right.
You have the FDA standards, and then Portico has their standards a little higher. So, everything ties into, one another. So there's a lot of hurdles, that companies got to go over to do business with us. We take it very seriously.
So we do not buy any truly local produce direct from the farm.
Not from the farm. I'll give you an example. And this goes into our next topic. So this Sunday, it's May 6th, we have been asked to be one of the guest chefs at MVLE. MVLE is a program here. If you ever see the students working in the fireside dining room or over at Garden Ridge, it's a group that works with challenged adults, young adults, getting them acclimated to the workforce. We've actually hired a couple of them recently. We just hired one as a full-time employee here.
Tremendous.
That they graduated the program.
right.
So there's an end result. They also work with veterans, getting them acclimated to the workforce as well. So this Sunday, it's on Fullerton Road over here in Springfield where their headquarters are.
Okay.
They're having their Farm to Table Gala. We've been asked to participate. And it's at 4 o'clock, and if you go on the NVLE website, you can see all the information there. And this is to raise funds. They want to start a culinary program and also a hydroponic garden.
Wonderful.
So we're going to be doing our soy, ginger, garlic marinated salmon salad we've done here a couple
yes,
times
yes.
because we've been given a salad course. So it's a great function, an excellent cause. Obviously, we're big supporters of
Right.
NVLE. I think they've been here almost since the inception
Yeah,
of
they've been
Green
here
Spring.
a long, long time.
And it's just a good program. It's doing a great thing,
Right.
and it's giving people an opportunity to be part of society and to give them life skills.
Yes.
So that's coming up. And you asked about local. Well, the Boston Bib, the Bib lettuce that we're going to be using from that actually
Okay.
comes from a farm in Maryland.
Okay.
Now going back to sourcing, the Capital Seaboard has our standards. So when they're bringing on a new farm, it's pretty much like a checklist.
Right.
They have to follow certain standards. They go out and inspect the farm, they look at the product. If they meet the standards, then they're brought in as a supplier.
Okay.
So for us to buy from all these local farms would be a nightmare. So rather go to one central location,
Right.
and we're going in the summer. So you're going to get your Jersey tomatoes, you're going to get your Georgia peaches, you're going to get your Maine blueberries, you're going to get your Maryland corn.
Right.
And what's funny is people don't realize is New Jersey is a huge produce producer. People
Right.
always think, California and the Midwest and the West out there, but Jersey, they have their zucchinis and the squashes and the tomatoes. Maryland, we have corn. You drive out to the shore and
Oh,
you
yeah.
just drive by fields of corn. So you'll see that coming in. Now, it's local, but we're buying it from a central source.
Right. And so therefore it's gone through the quality assurance program.
Absolutely.
And it's been stamped, seal of approval.
Oh, yeah.
And gone through the companies that buy into that and then distribute it to you guys. right?
Correct. And a lot of these farms are on programs that they're grouped together.
Okay.
So there's a lot of checks and balances
Right.
put into place.
We want to remind everybody this is a call-in show, 703-663-3333. Chef Michael's here talking about the dining services experiences and all the great things that dining services is doing for us. Call in, give us a call, 663-3333. You talked about the NVLV. Oh, we've got a call. All right. Good morning, caller. What is your question?
Good morning. I don't have a question, but what I do want to say is that when you had your kitchen tours, one of the things that really, really left an impression with me was the way that you did clean all the vegetables and lettuces and all that, because you have all of the cleaning agents, I guess that's what you should call them, up on the wall, and you showed us how you sprayed them and how you cleaned them, and I thought that was very interesting and very important for the residents to know. So when you're able to do kitchen tours again, that would be something that people should be able to see and remember.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And again, that goes into another subject that we've talked about, that obviously we've had some construction going on
Right.
here. But what we're looking at in the near future is starting the kitchen tours up again.
Great.
I think, and you've been on plenty of them,
Oh,
and
yes.
I think it's
Wonderful.
a great. I always tell people it's the aha moment.
It
because
really is.
you always look at, okay, what's behind those doors, and there's even times where during service. Now during service, obviously, they may take one or two people back there. It's not going to be a tour, but I would speak with the manager. Is it okay? They have the right, to say yay or nay because of the time of the night and, how busy. We don't want to put any residents in harm's way.
Exactly.
But if you ever go back there during service,
a very active place.
it's I don't want to. It's organized chaos. It's not chaos in a bad way, but you have so many, especially if you go into like a Fireside, because they have two venues. Remember, Fireside has one central kitchen. They're producing for both the cafe and the dining room at the same time. So there's a lot of moving parts. And I think when you do go back there and you're like, oh, I thought they just hit a button and boom. No, there's so much.
And everything's not microwaved.
Nothing's microwave. We are Scratch Kitchen. And people say, people have this thought that, oh, here comes the Cisco truck backing in. They're going to take it out of the box and throw it in the oven. It's as far from reality as possible.
Speaking of that, do we get any frozen food that is prepared, or is everything that we get fresh?
No, I would say now certain seafood we do get in frozen, obviously because of where it comes from. But all of our produce is fresh. Now we may buy frozen peas or corn that we use for soups.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you with that. We've got another caller, and caller, welcome. What's your question?
My comment is about the coffee tasting last week. We had to vote between A and B, and we didn't have a choice to say that we didn't like either one of them. They were way too strong. I've heard that the coffee in the machines in the clubhouses is also going to be changed. Is that correct?
Okay, thank you, caller. Well, let's get Chef Michael to answer those.
So the reason that we moved away from Dow Egberts is because their contract in the United States, North America, is ending.
Right.
So there won't be a process to order that. Now, going with that, there was a decision made to go with fresh ground. Now, obviously, we did a tasting, and you were a part of a tasting, I think, a while back. And we did the tasting, and a lot of people liked the fresh ground. We compared it with the liquid, and people were like, oh, you're doing that because you want to save money. No, actually, fresh ground costs more because there's more labor involved. The coffee costs more. And understand that when we say fresh ground, if I put an order in today, and I send my order electronically, they will grind that coffee depending on when they get it, either today or tomorrow. They'll roast it and grind it, package it, and send it out. It's not sitting on a shelf that they pull that's been there for 6 months. So as far as the lobby coffee, we are looking at making a change. As more information comes in, we will communicate that out.
But the strength of the coffee then is directly related to the fact of being fresh ground versus...
I think for so long people have had a certain coffee.
Right.
Now we switch over to a fresh ground. So I don't know, as far as strength, I think it's a richer, because with the liquid coffee, it's concentrated, concentrated like an espresso, like a coffee, but it's not the pure coffee as in fresh ground. It's the coffee grounds and hot water, and that's it. So you get more of a coffee. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
more
it's a more concentrated coffee.
It's a fresher product. It's the true coffee.
Okay.
There's nothing else there.
And that's what's hitting people. It's like Navy mud.
No, I don't think. Well, here's another thing. Going to the tasting. We did the tasting.
Right.
You all spoke, and we're looking at, there's 2 blends. Obviously, blend B, which is not the original one we started with, was the one that's
milder,
that the residents enjoyed more.
Right.
So we're looking at doing a switch over for that.
Okay.
And this goes back to, listen, we hear you. We did in all the lobbies a tasting.
Right.
We calculated that up. You all spoke, and we're going to make a switch.
Okay.
As far as the liquid, that's just not coming back. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Sometimes I got to be the bad guy. But just because of the process and because of contracts, and not contracts with Ericsson, but it's a Nestle product. Well, Nestle is a European company, but they contract in North America ran out.
Okay.
So they, I guess, didn't renew the contract for whatever reasons. That's above my head. But, so we moved on. We found a product that we thought the residents would like.
Okay.
And I think that it's we all know change is not received very well here. We can go back a couple years to that dirty word, Jack and Jill. And, but I think, again, with that, if you remember when we first brought it here, you thought it was anarchy, and now everybody's like, oh yeah. Because what people didn't realize is that we can't get the Edie's and the Haagen-Dazs and the Breyers, So, I just say give it a chance, give it some time.
Okay.
You know, I'm a coffee drinker.
I know you are.
Huge coffee drinker. I love the coffee. So.
Well, I drink a little bit occasionally, but with the new stuff I can't.
Okay.
I'm just not gotten used to it.
All right.
I'm not sure I'm willing to try to.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. But
give-
we'll see. We'll
give
see.
it a chance.
Yeah. With all of this, then, we as consumers, you guys are trying to meet our needs, right?
Absolutely. You know, well, it goes back to we have a town hall tomorrow
Right.
in Woodland Skies, and I encourage anybody who, and it's not just for, well, if you know, it's only for people from Woodland Skies. No, if you want to come out and you have a question for dining, I welcome you. You know, we always say, listen, we're very transparent in dining, be it this call-in show.
Right.
You know how to get a hold of me. A lot of residents email me directly.
Right.
We do a My Nutrition class. We do town halls, table visits, comment cards. So the communication devices are out there. We ask the residents to utilize them.
All right. But folks, this is a chance for you to call in and ask a question. 703-663-3333. Chef Michael's here, and we're talking about dining services. Pose your questions. Look forward to your call.
One other thing is we have our Mother's Day sale going on in the stores right now. Ends this Friday the 4th.
Ah.
If you wanted to order your cakes and chocolates, that's till the 4th. And we're also doing the roses. They're going to be, I'm sorry, I have to grab my notes
That's
here.
okay.
But the Mother's Day roses sale is going to be in all the stores Friday, May 11th, Saturday, May 12th. And roses are sold by the dozen only and while supplies last.
Right.
So we're doing that. We made a little switch from last year because I think last year we wanted to have the way we did the sale. I think some people had questions like they didn't know. So what we want to do is say they're going to be in the store, you know, but while supplies last. We're not going to load up on a huge supply,
Right.
but I say, you know, that Friday and Saturday, get down to the stores and get yourself a dozen roses.
Yeah.
You should get some roses.
I tell you.
Yeah, I'm going to ask. I'm going to
You
find
ask me-
out, all right?
You can ask Vicki if you got any
I,
roses, right?
I will ask her. So we have a lot going on in dining. You know, obviously this Saturday, Cinco de Mayo, and you'll see some specials in the dining rooms. They're going to be specials. We're
Okay.
not doing, we're not stopping signature.
Okay.
But what you'll do is you'll see some desserts coming out, some entrees, you know, maybe some soup. So there'll be a sprinkling of specials celebrating that.
Okay.
So I think, you know, it's just another change to dining that we like to put in. You know, you and I talked about evenings with the chefs.
Right.
And I think the last one prior, we did a theme. We did a Brazilian
Which was
steakhouse.
outstanding.
Which,
Outstanding.
you know, and I think there was so much positive comments from that.
Yes.
I think that's one that we're going to carry forward.
Good.
And I think next time we do, we might even get a larger crowd. I think because a lot of people were like hesitant to, oh, I don't know what it's going to be, but you know, you couldn't beat it in town.
$45 with
you
wine?
came, right? You were there,
yes.
yeah.
I've only missed like two in
Yeah.
my 10 years here. I mean, so.
And I tell a lot of the new residents, if you haven't tried it, it's a nice, quiet evening. It's a quaint evening. We do some wine pairings with there.
Yes.
It's just a nice, quiet evening to socialize with your friends and to have a good meal and drink a little wine.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about parking.
Nope.
You don't have to worry about how much you consumed and
Nope.
having to, you know,
Nope.
drive home.
Nope.
You know, type situation. You get served.
And
It's
you
a
can
good-
stay there. Listen, you want to hang out after it's all done. We've had people stay there for just
Oh yeah.
hang.
30 minutes to an hour later. People
Yeah,
still
so
there.
it's a great opportunity. I encourage, at least try it once.
Yes.
You know,
Highly encourage it.
one of the things I always want to promote is our calendar that you can pick up over in Dining Service Admin, which is
Right.
here in Village Square right across from the store.
Yes.
And this is a great calendar that just tells you everything going on in dining.
All the special events and we
Lobby,
have-
the lobby activities
right.
we're doing, the special events we're doing, holidays for that month. So I encourage, grab one, put it on your fridge, you know, whatever you want to do
because
with
we
it.
got Chocolate Day coming up, don't we?
We have, sorry, I have to grab my notes. We have National Chocolate Chip Day.
Yes.
Not a favorite around here. I don't think many people will show up.
Nobody likes chocolate.
But that's going to be Tuesday, May 15th.
Okay.
Again, we're going to have some treats out in the lobby. Another way that we just, you know, reach out to the residents, come on by. It's a little snack. We encourage the dining rooms and the kitchens also to, get a little creative.
Right.
It's chocolate chip day, not chocolate chip. I think it's National Chocolate Chip, not chocolate chip cookie day.
Okay.
So
anything with chocolate chips.
a lot of things you can do. So
isn't there a pretzel day also coming up?
we did pretzel day last week.
There you go.
And I think that was a hit as well.
Yes.
You got to see.
I wasn't here.
Now, if you had your calendar.
No, I got the calendar, but I wasn't here.
well.
I wasn't here during the day.
Okay. But it's just one of the things that we do in dining. Another thing I wanted to also let everybody know is obviously we have some new managers here and supervisors over in Woodland Skies. We have Giovanni Carlo, who's our executive chef.
And he is straight from Italy, isn't he?
Straight from Italy. You'll see him around the dining room.
Yes.
And he is going on his 5th week. We also have Tiara Jackson, who is our new assistant general manager. She actually comes to us from Riderwood. We said Green Spring's better, so come on over here.
There you go.
You
But
know?
she lives close by.
Yes, she does.
And she was driving all the way from here to Riderwood.
And she has a lot of experience. She's bringing a lot of knowledge that she's gotten at Riderwood over here.
Right.
And then we have Kayla Cotty, who is our supervisor, and she has a lot of hotel experience. So she brings that. So now they have their team over in Woodland Skies.
Okay.
Solid team, good team, and you should see a lot of good things coming over there.
And kitchens, we have all our staff in the kitchens?
Yeah, we're always looking to hire a couple line cooks here, prep cooks, or even I am a big fan of promoting from within.
Okay.
Looking at, we have some servers who have actually been applying for prep cooks, some cafe individuals off the hotline who've been promoted to prep cooks that we're looking at for line cooks. If you look at all of our executive chefs, except for Giovanni, who came from the outside, all of our ECs, our sous chefs, and our supervisors pretty much are
From the inside?
from the inside. We're either sous chefs at one point, or supervisors, or line cooks, or prep cooks.
Tremendous.
And it speaks a lot for the program, and practice what we preach. Big on, obviously, you'll every now and then hire people from the outside, but I think Erickson as a whole, it's build that bench strength. We call it human capital. So we're always big on promoting and developing from within.
Okay, very good. Folks, remember, we've got about 3 minutes left. This is a call-in show with Chef Michael, 703-663-3333. Chef, you mentioned earlier right at the very beginning about our challenged adults that we have. And they provide such a nice service for all of us, where they learn, and we also get the benefit of their work experience and their learning in regards to
Right.
things. And it's this weekend, it's Sunday?
It's this Sunday.
Okay.
It's on Fullerton Road. It's NVLE.
All right.
And they have a website that it's at 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock at their headquarters.
Okay.
And it's in Springfield. And it's a farm-to-table celebration.
Okay.
And obviously the proceeds for this are to help to raise funds to start both a hydroponic garden and a culinary program for the participants in this program.
That sounds
and
really good.
and again, we've had some MVLE participants here. We recently just hired Jennifer, who worked in Fireside.
Right.
She's full-time utility now.
Wonderful.
So it's really, I think it's just a good thing. You feel good about something like that.
right. Yes.
And you're giving someone an opportunity, and it's a win-win for both sides.
Right.
It shows that the MVL program is a successful program.
Right.
They do a lot of good. And here at Green Spring, we want to help out as much as possible. I think it's always about paying it forward.
Yes.
And always giving back. Remember where you came from.
Right.
So
And we also then have another group as well, right?
we have a group, Pulley,
Okay.
kind of the same makeup, same type of group. They are in the Jefferson and right here in Woodland Skies.
Okay.
So 2 different programs, but kind of the same makeup, the same function, doing the same activities.
So NVLE is Fireside and Garden Ridge.
Correct.
And
Pulley is in the Jefferson dining room and right
Woodland
here in
Skies.
Woodland Skies.
Okay, very
So
good.
yeah, I think it's great. It's just doing something good.
Right.
You know.
Speaking of something good, what's for dinner tonight?
I'm not going to tell you. You'll see when you get there.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Well, what, you know, I tell people, what are you serving? Sign up, you'll find out. You know?
And that's important. And unfortunately, sign-ups are already over with for this particular
It
dinner with the
is,
chef.
because the thing is, when we do the ordering, we need the numbers a little bit ahead of time so we can bring the product in.
Okay.
Unless you want to give up.
Oh,
I
no.
can't tell you that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't give that up.
I know you don't. So, but again, we're going to have more of these coming up.
All right.
Just look for the communication. We do it both on the community boards, Channel 6. We do, you know, the weekly menu. I always tell people the weekly menu is a great source of information.
Okay.
So.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, thank you again for being here today.
Thank you for
and
having
we got
me.
a couple of questions for you today. I thought were very good.
Yeah,
very good
excellent
comments and
questions.
you know, in regards to it. And we look forward to you being on
Hey,
again
thank you
next
so
month.
much.